I started the live stream accidentally. Hello, Yoda. Alright, let's get a poll going on this Meow Monday. Hello, Mr. Yoda. Alright, bit of a different poll question here. What was everybody's first job? Your answers are type in chat and say hello. So hopefully everybody understands that. Hello there, Bruce. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, I'm gonna move you around, Yoders. Military, Bruce. Did you start like right out of high school then? Like at 18? Like what was the thing in high school? The JROTC, I think it was called. Hello there, Ella. I hope you're doing well. Ella, I don't know how old you are, but have you had a first job yet? I think you're a little on the younger side. But I could be mistaken. Yeah. Well, what would you want your first job to be then, if you haven't had one yet? Yoda's first job is... Hello there, Nor. Not much is up at the moment. Yourself? I was going to say Yoda's first job was being a mime. He was a good mime. But then he started to meow too much. He's really tired looking right now. He's like, I'm sleepy, everybody. I'm a sleepy little Yoder cat. Bruce started in high school at the end of your junior year, then went to basic training for Army Reserves. Did you go to the, Bruce, did you go to the cat cafe today? Ella, you worked at a pizza place, but you want to be a cat scientist when you go to college. Okay, well, there are plenty of opportunities there, I'm sure, with cat scientists. You can figure them out because it's a mystery to me. Cat Behavior 101. You then completed your senior year. Okay. Yoda's a little lazy today. Let me see if I can get him a little bit more active. Ella, also someone who studies kitties, so that would be like a veterinarian then, maybe? Or like a cat behaviorist. You might be thinking about also. Hello there, John. I hope you had a good weekend. Your first job was bagging groceries for tips in the 1970s. Was it a local grocery store, John, or was it a like a chain store, like a mom and pop store, or something that had more than one location? Mr. Mouse, Mr. Yoda. There. You're looking well. Not sure if you saw, but I put a video of Nella. Not sure if I put it on the channel, but all right. He went to the cafe director. The director was not in. We'll find out tomorrow about taking pictures. No rush on that, Bruce. Again, I just think it'd be kind of cool if they allowed you to take some pictures, and then I would love to put them on the community page. Yoda is not amused apparently at the moment. John, it was at your commissary. I think I said that correctly in Germany. Okay. You know, someday Yoda, he's a little energetic, but other days he's not. He's like his human here. I'm also a little tired, also. Getting back into a school was interesting today. Nothing crazy or anything went on, but it was definitely interesting, though. In Colorado, we have cat cafes also. Yeah, the cat cafes definitely gotten more popular, from my understanding. I think there was just a few of them a few years ago, like scattered across the country, but now I think really almost every major city in the states have one. Whoever thought of that idea was a brilliant person. Oh, these are good, yoders. If anybody happens to be new watching this, hello, name is Adam, aka Cat Entertainment. You are looking at this little goofball named Yoda. He's one of 9 kitties. He is checking our neighbors out and their doggies. He's a little tired though today. After you graduated high school, I switched over from the reserves to the full-time army. Ella, when you used to live in Nebraska, they didn't have one. I lived there about a year ago. Hey, buddy. I know you're not doing much, are you? You're like, nope. I'm lazy Yoda today. John, your largest town, Harrisburg, has two of them. Have you been to either of those, John? Have you been to a cat cafe, John? I haven't. I think me and a cat cafe would be a bad mixture. You know, and suddenly we'd be having like 12 cats or something, would be just crazy. Bruce did 28 years in the Army. Well, thank you for your service there. I certainly wish, I'm not going to get too political here, but I certainly wish that our country would kind of honor those who sacrificed for, for us to have freedoms and to continue to have freedoms. Because I don't think enough is done for those who were in the service before or in the future either. I think sometimes our priorities are a little skewed. John, you have been to Nice Folks and Kitties there. Does it got food in it also, John, the one that you've been to? I know some of them they have like, coffee or pastries or stuff like that. And then other ones it's just the cats and that's it. There's no like food connected to it because from my understanding when you connect food to a cat cafe, it's a little bit more complicated because you got to have like a food licensing or something, along with then having live animals also. We're probably only going to hang it with Yoda here for a little bit longer, and we'll go check in with some of the other ones because Yoda's just not feeling it today, it looks like. Hello there, Jesse. I hope you're doing well. Your first job was also in the military? What part of the military, Jesse? Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, secret stuff? Army, okay. Well, thank you for your service also there, Jesse. I'm sure you saw some crazy stuff, no doubt. Ella, you're trying to eat and your kitties are trying to steal your food. You might not chat, no worries as far as that goes. John, it's like a small cafe, lots of books, and kitties. Alright, let's go check out some other kitties. So like I said, Yoda's a little out of it today. I don't want to bother him too much. He was a little sniffly, so we might get back to see Yoda. But we'll see. Hello there, Bailey. How are things going? Bailey, what was your first job, if you don't mind sharing? Mr. Tang, what was that? Did you make a little meow meow? You made a little Dang. You have such a pitiful little meow, honey. Hi, Tang. Bailey, your first job was cleaning your aunt's house. Well, that's an interesting job, especially if it's a relative. Did you have to do like a special good job? Being a family member? Ma. Ma. Dang. 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 You know, Tang has a funny little meow. I don't know if you all can even hear his meow because it's so quiet. Jesse, or you could also say first job as a student. Yeah, tell me about that. I tell you, kids, I kind of feel bad for kids in school today. They have so much stuff that they have to do in first grade, second grade, kindergarten. It's just crazy. Alright, let's see what else is going on in here. Well, hi, Mr. Tang. Are you following me, honey? We'll see what Pandora is up to at the moment. She's up to getting up and stretching that body out. Well, that could have went a lot worse with Pandora and Tang. Pandora is normally a little bit of a hissy monster when it comes to the boys. Ella, high school senior, okay. Gotcha. Jesse, Pandora doesn't really have a best cat friend. I mean, I guess the baby over there, they're kind of frenemies. They definitely have like a sister rivalry going on. The baby was very concerned when Pandora was having her thyroid issue, but now that Pandora is kind of back to normal, they kind of have their normal attitudes now. John, you also worked summer at the American Embassy in Bonn, Germany, changing furniture in different offices. Jesus. Yeah, we had to, I think I mentioned this a couple times before. We test Zelda's blood glucose, right? And we used an Alpha Track 2 for a very long time, but unfortunately, Alpha Track stopped making Alpha Track 2 test strips, so now we had to get the Alpha Track 3. and we're gonna test it out over the weekend. We gotta do a blood curve, glucose curve on Zeus here. Ella, do any of your kitties climb bookshelves? We don't really have any bookshelves, Ella, so no, not really. When we had bookshelves before, again, not really, no. That wasn't really their thing. If y'all new to this chat, hello, name is Adam, aka Cattainment. Right now you are looking squarely at Zelda as Pandora is trying to eat my phone. Hi Pandora. Move over that way. Pandora is 19, going on 20. Y'all want to hit that thumbs up? Great. Don't have to. No worries. Just a simple double tap of the screen does the job. But beyond that, no worries. Hello there, Sydney Cat. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully, Sydney Cat. I hope DJ, I don't know the rest of the guy's name, but DJ something. Hopefully, he will take his kitty to the vet to get some blood work done. I really think that might help to get some kind of diagnosis on what's going on there. You got a bit of a rare sight going on right now, I will say. Pandora, they're licking Zelda. We'll see if she slaps her in a second. A little bit of kitty loving going on. Does your cat commit war crimes? Well, hello there, Aurora. War crimes is being a cute cat, sure. I would be careful, Aurora, if you make any other chat comments like that, because you will get booted out. Just giving you that warning as of now. I always like to give people at least one opportunity to not make a clown out of themselves, but people fool me wrong quite often. It'll definitely be interesting once I start kind of doing some like exposey type of videos with what I consider to be kitty abuse out there on social media. That'll be some interesting times. I have thought about it. I think I'm going to use my second channel, the Speaking Meow channel, to kind of approach that topic. Kind of see how it goes with that. I'll probably have to switch the channel name though. I don't think Speaking Meow really makes sense for the kind of topics I need to start discussing. I like the Cat Advocate again. I think that makes more sense, the Cat Advocate, to be the channel name, the other channel. Again, if anybody has any kitty questions, feel free to type it in the chat. If anybody is new, you want to say hello, feel free to do that too. Always looking for new those who might be cat parents who want to kind of get into this community. You are more than welcome to. Sydney Cat's a great name. Fits the vision. Yeah, I think so, Sydney. I think so. Oh, Pandora got the rubbies. Okay. Aura, do your cats like salmon? Tuna. I mean, most cats like seafood, but you got to be careful with seafood. You can give too much seafood to your kitties, and you got to be careful with the mercury and the taurine levels as far as that go. But good question. Do you have kitties yourself there? Come on, kid. Hi, kid. You want to be out now? Hi, Green Eyes. Let's go visit Max here for a second. Guess we left a plate over here. I'll have to get that. Oh, Max. Oh, Maximus. This is Maximus. You want to get a kitty in the future, though? Well, I hope you do. And if you think of ever adopting a kitty, try to adopt an older one if you can, or if you wanted to. Jesse, what's the cat's best bird type of meat, like chicken? Um, mm, Chicken's not bad. Turkey's not bad. Ella, have you ever taken all of your kitties on a trip? No. We might be moving though in a year, so we might be taking all 9 of them. Hopefully, if everybody's alive, still on a 2,000-mile trip. I guess Max needs to be away from snakes because he's on my belt. He's actually in the belt loop at the moment. Hey, kid. Kid, I know. You need the attention. Looks like Max is ready to spank someone. Yeah, maybe. You probably want to smack or spank, I guess, Kit here, because him and Kit don't get along sometimes. Yes, and there is a litter box over there. Max, did I scare you, Maximus? Kit, yes, hightail. See, that's what I was just talking about. Which two get along the most? Zelda gets along with anybody, but which two? Max and Yoda. Yoda and Tang. I think they get along pretty well, or so I would say. Kit doesn't really get along necessarily with anybody. Yeah, Yoda, Max, Tang. The boys, basically. Hi, Mr. Maximus. Let's go over, speaking of the baby, let's go visit her. And we'll get Tiny there in a second, too. Hi, baby. What's up, Wilburs? Glad they had rain. Glad they had. Yeah, John, we've had rain for a little while now. We had rain today, pretty heavy rain. We had rain, I want to say yesterday or the day before, flooding type of rain. So our grass has sprung up and it's pretty green. So we're doing well on the rain again. Jesse, have you had a cat sleep above a cabinet? Yes. Very often Yoda, Tang, Tiny will be over there. Ella, you can't wait for vote Yoda for president. Well, I think Yoda would do a better job than the elected officials that are in there. I think sometimes a potato would do a better job than most of the elected officials that are in there. Personally. Have Team Potato, and one party would be the party of the potatoes, and then the other party would be like the party of the cucumbers, I guess. That's what we need to do. Jesse, he dropped out already, actually. Yesterday, officially, he dropped out of the race. So. I know, boobers. Hi, Max. Come here, Casanova. Casanova. Dang. Rima, hello, hello. What kitty? Can you tell me what kitty? The orange kitty, the black and white kitty, the tabby over there. Which one? The white one, the calico, the other gray tabby over here. Luis, I can't with politics because it's all fake, but wanted to say hi. Luis, no problem. Hello, hello. We were just briefly talking about politics. I was just saying that, potatoes and cucumbers, I think would be good elective officials. We don't really talk much about politics here, but, on occasion we will get on to other topics, though. This one here, Rima, if you're talking about this one here, the one who just sneezed, who's got a little bit of a dirty eyeball, this is the baby, aka Almond. That's one of her other names, aka the little nutcase. Raymond, hello. I hope you're doing well, Raymond. Hope you had a good weekend for, as good as can be expected. And I hope overall that you are doing okay. At the least, worse okay, and then the best going through the processing. Bruce, you're thinking Yoda and Pandora. I don't know, Bruce. That might not be a good ticket. I think they might fight all the time. I think if Yoda was that, then the VP would be maybe Tang, actually. Or maybe Zelda. Zelda would bring a calming force to Yoda's lunacy. Jesse, do they still get flea with a Jesse, are you asking do they get like flea medication? So if you're asking if they get flea medication, we do not give these cats flea or tick prevention. They don't need it. We never have any flea or tick issues. I guess my wife is saying Yoda and Tiny. Ella's saying Zelda and Yoda. Raymond, you're doing okay. Well, good to hear. I know it's, I know, and others also know of what you're going through. So, Raymond, do you have other kitties besides Hissy? If you don't mind me asking. Kind of a little hodgepodge going on here. We got a little bit of orange, we got a little bit of whites, we got a little bit of a chocolate kitty, and we got a little bit of a tabby. Bruce, did Rosemary miss me? From what my wife said, she didn't really howl much today. She kind of gave her a bit of a mad look, I think she said. My wife did go up in there with her when I normally would be going up in there doing her work, but my wife was also saying that Rosemary quite often tried to knock, close her laptop, is what I mean. Ella, new toy, question mark. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Ella. Let me know what you mean by new toy, question mark. I mean, we do have a new toy, but right now it's charging. It might make it into this live stream with Rosemary a little later. It might not. It's kind of hard to say right now. Judy, your first, oh, and hello also. Your first job, a waitress. Okay. Where did you do that at, Judy? Like just well, I mean, obviously a restaurant of some kind, right? But, like what kind? Raymond, yes, they both turned 8. So you got Piper McEltabby, kind of like Zelda over there, and a black and white. What did that say? Black and white bicolor moo cow, not quite a tuxedo. Okay. Ellie, you have to go? All right, no worries. Have a good night. We'll see you later. John, you're waiting for me to get a cat running will, or for yourself to get a cat running will? The other kitty's name is Milton. Village Inn. I think if I'm remembering correctly, I think my mom was obsessed with Village Inns. She used to have one that was very close to her house. Hi, Pandora. You're looking grumpy. You're like, why you got this camera on me? This camera is always on me. You need to turn it off right now. Or else. But yes, my mom was obsessed with Village Inns, and I think she had one very close to her home. Oh, John. Okay, you ordered one, and oh, awesome, John. I hope your kitties enjoy it and just don't play with the box it came in, but actually the wheel itself. Pancakes was a favorite there. Well, that's one of Pandora's name. That's her nickname, one of them, Pancakes. Hello there, James. Icon. I hope you're doing well on this Monday. Let me swing over here. Let me actually try to get off the floor first, which is always a challenge. Nope, not interested. How about you, Tine Tine? You're like, I'm interested, but I'm not going to get up, though. It's mine, Tiny. This is mine. Jesse, is it laundry or bed? I'm not sure what your... Rima, Tiny seems not necessarily to sleep here, but she's normally here on these lives. This is like her spot. This is where she thinks she can't be seen or filmed. Which she can, though. Get. Yeah, I know you're not going to be probably... You're like, what is this, human? You serious? Oh, sorry, Jesse. It's a tote. It's a tote, and then it has a blanket. John, looking forward to doing more cat videos again, as it's been rather depressing here lately. I'm sorry to hear that, John. Does that have to do with like your tree coming down, or other stuff? John, I'm looking forward to making exposing cat videos, to be honest with you, and maybe looking to get in trouble a little bit with YouTube on my other channel. I am kind of looking forward to that. I had a bit of a back and forth with somebody yesterday. This is crazy. So I want to relay this story because oh, it's Tiny and Tang doing something with that plate over there. Who knows what them two kids are doing? But some of you probably remember that I did a little while ago that had that what I consider to be cat abuse or scaring that poor little kitten. So somebody made a comment to my comment that I put on that video, and we kind of went a little back and forth, and basically what it boiled down to, Bruce, I'll answer that question in a second. Okay, just let me get this story first out, and then I'll I'll answer you. So they thought it was funny and they thought it was cute and all that. So like I asked them, okay, so let's just do a hypothetical question. And I asked him, so if that event, that situation, scaring that little kitten, if the kitten develops some kind of behavioral issue later on in life, which is a possibility, and the quote unquote owners, they dumped that cat into a shelter, would it still be funny? And they said, yep. And I'm like, okay. I don't know if the person is being serious. I don't know if they're just, being a clown or not. But I think that's kind of the mind frame that way too many people have. So that's why I need to start doing these type of videos and exposing and figuring out why in the world, these videos are reported to YouTube and YouTube does not a single thing about it. But Bruce, to answer your question, the other channel, what I'll do, Bruce, because I don't like to like promote even my own channels too much. So Bruce, what I'll do is when I'm done with this live stream, I'll find a comment, like whatever your latest comment on a video, a short, whatever was, and I will give you the link to the other channel, and then you can check it out and do whatever you want to do after that. So. Judy, there are people out there that like to be cruel to animals. Well, Judy, what's even more sickening to me, there are people out there that do this kind of thing to animals, to cats, dogs, or whatever, to get views and to get people to click on their videos, which I have no no tolerance anymore towards at all. It's like you got to draw a line somewhere. You got to stand for things. If you don't stand for things, then then what good is life? I just think in today's society we don't stand up enough. This is like a little saying that I've created. Not that I didn't create it myself, but that I really like, and I might have on my other channel. It's speak up for those who cannot. Speak up for those who cannot. John, when you were younger, somebody I knew would get their cats high on weed. Oh, that definitely can cause issues. A human can have issues on marijuana, let alone a kitty cat. Especially if it's like large amounts of it. They can go into shock. They can die very easily. Oh, the tangster. You got a little bit of a itchies. Is it your belt now, honey? So true, Adam. You are Raymond. I appreciate the comment. I don't know if I'm a warrior or not. I just see myself as somebody that needs to start speaking up. I think there's a lot of us that are kind of quiet and silent and don't, they're I don't know. They're just. I think just so many are afraid to speak up of situations because they don't want to be called things or they don't want to be labeled stuff. And it's like, life is short, so, pick a cause, pick something you believe in, have strong convictions, don't back down, stand up for what you believe for, say what you mean what you say. I think this world needs more of that instead of people that like to stay on the fence and not upset anybody. And I have a platform that I can use, so I'm going to use it for what I believe is the right thing to do. Right and wrong still does exist, good and evil. So I'm going to try to probably have a video out on that kind of subject probably next weekend, I hope, on my other channel. And those who don't know my other channel, I'll just put a link in a community post on this channel if y'all want to check it out on the other one. Those who don't know my other channel, but It's going to be a little bit more, uh, I don't like to use the word intense very often, but it is going to be a little bit more intense and a little bit more kind of hard hitting. So, oh, Tang. All right, Tang, it's yours. You won, buddy. You are the king of the worm. Well, hi. Are you five doing well? You know when your kitties own you and own your bed? When you turn around and you see this kind of stuff? I mean, there's literally nowhere for you to go. Poor Max. Actually, no, Max is loving this because Max is like Casanova, right? And he's be all those females. Rima, same content. No. So, well, Rima, let me rephrase this. On that other channel that I was talking about, I have 3 videos so far. That is the same kind of content right now, yes. However, though, it's going to change. It's going to be more about exposing channels that I feel like shouldn't be on YouTube, and shining light into subject matter that's going to be a little bit darker, and that's going to be not necessarily for kids. I'll give you all just a very quick example, but do be warned. This is a story that I found online just a few months ago. Again, be warned. This is a little graphic. Okay? So if you are a kid and if you're on this channel, I would suggest that you stop listening. I will be very quick with this, but this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. This is the kind of straight up evil that is out there. I saw a news story when I was doing some research, starting to do some research on this kind of stuff over the weekend. A person's cat got out. They get out pretty regularly. They come back. They're fine, no issues. But back in, I think it was like March of this year, March, April or so of this year, their cat got out, and they came back like about a day later, and the person, they first noticed that the cat was not walking right. They were like limping, and they immediately called up their vet, and their vet was informed of the situation, and they told him to get them in immediately because this is a serious situation. So, what happened? They suspect that 2 people were involved on this insidious evil act. One person was holding the cat's legs so they wouldn't kick because the cat has bruises in their legs, although they're Caspi the cat. And the other person, what they did, they got a pin, and they stuck the pin up the cat's anus, about this far in. The veterinarian and the clinic had never seen such such like kind of a brutal act before. They were unable to do anything for the cat because it would kind of got into its internal organs, so it was bleeding internally. And there is a reward, though, out there to try to find those who are responsible for this act. Initially, the veterinarian office put up a $500 reward, and the community found out about it, and those on social media found out about it and stuff like that. So as of right now, the reward is ballooned up to about $7,500 or so. So that is the kind of subjects, the kind of content that I will be starting to focus on. Those type of stories that need to see more light, and people need to be more made aware of, excuse me, those types of incidents. So That's kind of what I'm aiming at. So it's going to be a lot different than this content that I'm doing here. You know, this is more lighthearted, just, you know, day-to-day life with these kitties and cute shorts and stuff like that. So, but anyways, like I was saying, you know, it was a warning. It's going to be a little, you know, PG or not PG, like R-rated type of stuff. Very despicable, but humans are, some humans are just awful. Sorry. You know, that's, you know, I did give a warning on that. But anyways, so that's the kind of stuff I'm going to be doing, going to be talking about, going to be hopefully shedding some light on and raising some awareness out there for other cat lovers and cat parents and people who just are decent human beings that need to start speaking up. But anyways, on that cheery note, just kind of scrolling through the chat. Why would people do that? Sick stuff, disgusting. Yeah, tell me about it. That's why you never let your kitties go outside. John, you got a very personal story about a kitty that's started by my latest crew of kitties coming together. A cat that was stomped and had its tail cut off. The cat passed away, and I held its paw. Yeah. Yep. To this day, there is still this kind of cruelty that's out there. All right, I'm gonna head out. We're gonna go check on Rosemary here to kind of we're starting to get in towards the end of this this live. So y'all want to say goodbye to Pandora, the baby, Zelda, Max, Tine, hey Maximus, and Mr. Tang is over there. Judy, they will have to live with what they did forever. See, the thing is, though, Judy, I don't feel like they have. I think if somebody does that, you don't have a conscience to begin with. I think you must not. I mean, how can you have any kind of, you know, moral compass or conscience at all if you're doing that kind of activity? So, all right, we're gonna say goodbye to this group, and we're gonna go see what Rosemary is doing. You named him Taller. He rests peacefully at your sister's kitty cemetery. Guess Rosemary is apparently outside still. And thankfully it's not too hot out there, so my phone won't fry. And I won't, whatchamacallit, sweat to death. But yes, looking at sweet old Rosemary here, it is a bit of a creepy thought knowing that there are other, you know, subspecies human beings that might be out there that would, you know, put harm to this little critter. Trying to get down so I don't wake her up, which is not very easy. Restfully sleeping at the moment. Yeah, her eyeball is open though. Hi. I see that eyeball. Are you kind of awake but not really awake, honey? You touch your little paw. Hi, honey. He says, you human, you left me all day. Bruce wouldn't call them human that would harm an animal. You neither, Judy. Yeah. So, just I also just wanted to say, so like on that other channel with the kind of topics that I was telling you about earlier, kind of what I was, foreshadowing, the kind of content is, I don't see any other like cat channels doing anything like that. I mean, think about it. Most cat channels, they're what? They're cute, they're fluffy, they're, showing off, their adorable little antics and stuff like that. But there's no channel that really covers that kind of stuff. Uh, so I'm like, you know, I'm gonna fill in that space. Oh, Rosie. Yes, get that little lizard tongue going, honey. Does Rosemary hide when it comes to go back into the room? No, she doesn't hide, but she definitely makes it not easy. She will do her best to kind of kind of make you run around and kind of do laps like around the island, or she'll act like she's going up the stairs and then she'll quickly dart around, turn around, and run back into the kitchen or into the hallway. For being an older kitty, she's definitely got some spry moments. She's still got some, she's still pretty quick. Usually, though, once we get her to like the stairs or so, she'll go up there. But she's definitely sassy. We got your toe. No, I got your toe. Boop. This is why I'm kind of glad, for the most part, with these live streams that I do. I have kind of a more, for the most part, an older or more mature crowd. So those kind of topics aren't out of place necessarily, or it's easier to approach with those folks that are a little bit older compared to a little bit younger kind of thing. So I'm kind of thankful for that, for the most part, that these lives don't draw the youngins in too much. But I won't talk about that stuff too often, though. We're doing a little bit of spring cleaning here. Rima, your wish is to help all the animals, especially from those kind of folk, those kind of people. I know, is that the little finger? Johnny already seen a lot of it already, so evil already. Sad to say, Yeah, and to me, evil doesn't like a light shine upon it. Evil's kind of like cockroaches. You turn a light on, you got cockroaches. You turn a light on, and what happens? They all disappear. A little bit more spring cleaning going on there, which I'll let her clean herself in peace. Maybe I could have Rosemary come in and she could be my emotional support animal. She can come into the school with me, into the classrooms. That probably is a bad idea, though. I'd imagine the little kitties would be, ooh, kitten, kitty, let me pet him. And then the hissing and the growling and the spitting and the clawing and the chewing would commence, and we'd have a problem. If anybody happens to be new to this, hello, name is Adam, this is Rosemary. Hello there, Triple B. Your first job, as the poll asked, was at a Rudy's hamburger joint like Fuddruckers. Hostess, server, etc. Bruce, you need to Rosemary. I think Rosemary would definitely like that. Raymond, yes, started that today. It's a teacher work day at the moment, so it's just staff at the moment. The kiddies come in next week. Gotta love Amazon boxes, right? All right, let me see if I can get this toy over here. See if Rosemary might have any interest in this little toy. It should be fully charged. I don't even know how you're supposed to work this thing. Well, I don't know. I figured this is a simple on-off thing. I'll have to look at the instructions. I figured it's it's like a little bouncy ball, but I don't see it doing anything at the moment. Hey, little munchies. Rima, do they have the mouse game? I don't know what that mouse game is. I don't know. They have mice. We think Rosemary likes to eat out of this bowl. This is like the big kids bowl, so she likes to be a big kid on occasion. Don't you, honey? I know, I haven't seen you say hello to Mr. Sink. What's Rosemary's favorite toy? She's got a little worm in her room, or her little catnip kicky stick. I would say probably one of those two, Jesse. She might want to do the dishes. I don't know. Maybe she just wants to go into the dishwasher sometimes. Nope, you're not getting in there. Hope you are getting in there. Hi, honey. You're looking awfully silly in there. Well, our time is about wrapping up here. So let me start saying my goodbyes. I appreciate y'all being in here, especially getting through that kind of awful story about 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago or so. So Jesse, Bruce, Rima, Triple B, Judy, John, Raymond, Bruce. I might have said Bruce already. I'm not sure. Icon, if you're still hanging here. Luis, if you're still hanging here. I think I might have scared Luis off with the politics. I'm not sure. Oh well. I think that's everybody that I know of. So y'all have a wonderful night. Adopt an older kitty if you can. Keep an eye out maybe for a future video on my other channel. I'll put a link in the community post if y'all want to check it out. If not, no worries on that. Until then, always hug your kitties. Speak up for those who cannot speak.
Advocate, advocate, advocate always. So until then, y'all have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Take care.